Scripture lesson will be coming out of the book of Psalms, Division Psalms 23. Division Psalms 23, reading the King James Version. Reads as follows. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, thou comfort me. Thou prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. May the Lord have blessed me with his holy divine word. Division Psalm 23 in this entirety. May we pray. Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this day. We thank you, dear God, for enabling us to be here in the house of prayer where we might be able to come and worship you in spirit and truth. And Father, Lord, Father God, we thank you for this morning ride. And thank you for being with us all this week long. This past week, all week long, Lord. And you didn't allow no hurt and harm things to come upon us. And we thank you for that, Lord. And we thank you, Lord, for your darling son, Jesus, who made all these things possible. And Lord, we ask you to just be in the election as it's coming down to the final moment and just touch everyone's heart and touch everyone and let them extend the heart to vote their conviction. Not vote for something I tell them to vote for, but vote their conviction. And Lord Jesus, we ask you to just touch this church today in a special manner. Touch both this morning service and this afternoon service. And just touch our teacher that's going to attempt to teach your words. Speak to him, give him the word that you would have him to say, Lord. And Father God, we ask you, Lord, to be with our pastor as he brings the morning message this morning. And just be with him. Touch his family in a special manner, Lord. Touch his mother in a special manner, Lord. And just touch everyone on the sound of my voice in a special manner. And Lord, bless them and bless that they stand and be there, Lord. Bless this community, this church. And all the other churches planted by your hand. Bless all the ministers that you have called out to preach your word, Lord. And Lord, we just ask you to just let the Holy Spirit abide with us and be in this place, this day, this time, this hour, Lord. And Lord, we'll be quick enough to give you all the praises because all praises is due unto your holy and righteous name. And Lord, just be with me also all through this day, Lord, and the days to come. Thank you, Lord, for this day. Thank you for Jesus, who's been who have watched over me all these many years to come. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Now I'm trying to play with the teacher. I'm sitting in this morning. Our lesson is November 3rd. Confidence in God's shepherd. Confidence in God's shepherd. Our key verse. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Look what the psalm says. This is a trip David had took, the writer of this psalm, and no doubt, I read in there that said that David was on the run. And on the run, trying to get away from Saul. Because Saul was threatening to get him. Well, not only threatening, won't kill him, get to him. So he was on the run. Sometimes our enemy get on our backside of us and try to do harm to us. You know how people do. They don't like it. In this day and time, you have to watch. I mean, it's bad out there. With all the Trump haters, I just put it that way, and all the stuff they're doing to people. I was at Walmart. It was either Walmart or dollar store. Might have been dollar store. Some young guy had a gun. I was trying to think, why he got a gun on the side? We got a 45 or 38. No, it wasn't no 38. I don't know. What's called? What's the But, you know, couldn't help. But anyway, we have to watch everything going on these days and kind of do anything. You know, like I said, well, piece of fruit today, I'm gonna pull my gun out and use it. But anyway, the psalmist here is that David was on the run because Saul was after him trying to get up to him, and maybe tried to do harm to him. But anyway, and let's read a little bit right here, and then we'll get into our lesson. In 1995, and everybody can go back to 1995, because I remember some of this right here, and I know everybody else remembers it. It said General Motors introduced a new exclusive feature in their vehicle called the OnStar. I know all of you heard about the OnStar back in that time. Communication system, which provided turn-by-turn navigation in vehicle security. You know, you got this where you emergency service and remote diagnostic for all its subscribers hold. The OnStar system track, direct, secure, alternate, as respond when drivers are in need. Always on its OnStar thing can do all these things. They even got cars now where they can help you park. Eventually they're going to have the cars where you just get in, sit down, and drive to your destination. Think about that. Just get in. But I just wonder about that sometimes. Suppose the system break down, then what you going to do? What you going to do then? Because none of those systems foolproof. We found that out. Even my computers, they're not foolproof. They break down. Somebody can get in and hack that thing. I mean, we had at work once somebody got in hacked out, and the computer was down for like a week or two. We had to do something else different. So somebody got in there. We done what they done to it and messed it up. But anyway, ain't nothing foolproof. Only except one thing. God is foolproof. Jesus is foolproof. Other than that, nothing foolproof. But he goes on to say that OnStar provides assurance to travelers that no matter how difficult the road ahead may be, there will always be someone there watching, guiding, and ready to respond when there is a need. In our lesson today, the psalmist won't believers that we may have to journey through challenging routes. Though they may feel like lonely valleys or caves, he hide in caves and whatever, and a valley running from Saul. And it says, however, we have a chief and good shepherd who promised to be on the star, the one who guides us every step of the way, instill in us a deep sense of trust and life. So in those times of need, we can rely on God to be there to guide us. Be there, the Lord Jesus Christ, be there to guide us through thick and thin. When the enemy is on your trail, call on the Lord. He'll step in and fight your battle for you. You don't have to fight your battle. The Lord will do it. He said he will do it. In his word, he said he would fight your battle. And also he said, think about, the lesson will inform belief that valleys experience are inevitable. Everyone must experience them at one time or another. And we all go through some type of trouble sometimes. We have trials and tribulations sometimes. Everyone is going to experience it. That's just the way it is. I mean, sometimes God has put us to a test sometimes to see how you are able to fight the battle and how you are able to stay on his side. So sometimes you are tested sometimes. Believe me, you are tested sometimes. See how you're going to be able to walk through the fire. And he says here, trials and tribulations are an inevitable part of life. However, this lesson will also encourage believers by reminding them that God always remains faithful during those hard times. Look how he remained faithful to Israel. Though they was on the taskmaster, he opened up the sea for them to come right through. He was on their side, no matter what. So God loves us all the time, whole 100%. He loves us. Now, how do we love our enemy? Don't even answer that. Do we love everyone here in the church? We should say yes, but sometimes some people got, they don't love everybody. We have our groups that we love. But it should be that we love everyone, no matter what. No matter whether they do something to us or whatever. We must love them. So we see that in our lesson today we will learn some what they've done and what we should do. First, our shepherd provides. I'm reading from the NRSV, Division Psalm 23, 1 and 2. It says, the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. It says the Lord. He's recognized that the Lord is his shepherd, and he shall not want for nothing else, because he got the Lord on his side, and the Lord will fight his battle all the way. Now, who do we have on our side? Is the Lord your shepherd? Just like a shepherd when he leads his lamb, he feeds them and watches over, and when the green grass is done ate all up, he moved on to another pasture. They rely on him to move them. Think about it. They are the lambs are relying. So we are relying on God to fix things for us, to fight our battles. When we get in a time of hardship, even when hard times come upon us, we are asking the Lord to help us. We rely on the Lord to help us along with it. And all we have to do is kneel down and pray to him, and he will fix it. It might not be back then when we do our prayer, but he sure will be there to fix it for us in due time. He'll be there. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And he's saying, I shall not want for nothing because I had God on my side. I shall not want for nothing because God is there 24/7. 24/7, God is there. Fix it. Well, we believe it or not, but he's there at all times. He fix our problem. If we got a problem, bring it to the Lord. He surely will fix it. Then, verse 2, he made me to lie down in green pasture. He's watching over me. He leads me beside the still water. And also in verse 2, David acknowledged that God provides a necessary place for rest. So God provided a place for us to rest. And he said, God knows believers need rest just as he did in the story of the Genesis creation. You remember when God done all the creation and everything? He rested for a little while. It said, lack of rest packed intelligence, sin, creativity, awareness, energy, emotion, overall health. So you got to rest sometimes. You can't just keep going and going and going. Just like a bunny rabbit, when you had the batteries in, he went and he got to a point, that was it. It stopped. But you got to rest. I just can't work all the time. There come points that where I might have to stop and rest for a while. If I don't, that body runs down. Just like with your car, you got to change the oil in it at a certain time. It might need some water at some time. So if you don't put none of that in there, the car can go too far. It's gonna come to the point that it's gonna stop. But if you do the things that you're supposed to do, then you will do what's supposed to do. Same way back to human body. You just can't work all the time. It needs malnutrition to go on. You need proteins, whatever you take from your body. You need all that to build that body to keep it going. Even a machine, it comes to a point that it's got to be something done to it. It's got to have put oil in or whatever's got to be done to that. There's got to be something done to that, because that machine is not it's going to break down and that's it. So, it said, he makes me lie down in green pasture, and he leads me beside still water. So he's making a rest place where the sons can rest for a while. Because God don't expect us to work 24/7. He don't expect that. We got to work, rest. Get a good night's sleep. Everything will be all right the next day. Supposedly, the next day. But anyway, it says that restore my soul and strengthen as to cause me to come back. Soul indicate life. Robert Alter noted that the image is of one who has almost stopped breathing, but is revived and brought back to life. Plainly, restoration always follows rest. Indeed, when believers take the rest of God, they rise with God's restoration. Go to a 7-hour line. Our shepherd protector. Our shepherd protector. I'll read these two verses again. He restored my soul. He leads me in path for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the dark valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod, your staff, they comfort me. So we see here the psalmist, when he leads these lambs to another pasture, they are counting on him because they don't know where to go to get their next meal, the green grass. So he leads his flock of lambs to the next place, and they eat and do whatever, and provide water, a place to go get water for them. They are relying on him. As when we was little children, we relied on our parents to provide for us. We couldn't do it on our own but once we got up big, things changed, we started relying on ourselves. Well, we go ask God to help us along the way to do certain things. So we see here, the psalmist said he was relying on God. He said, he restored my soul. He leads me in path of life for his name's sake. Scholars maintain that Psalms 23:4, David's time in hiding from Saul, so it's still saying that they believe that he was in hiding from Saul at this time, more likely in the valley forest of Poplar. Here David emulates the inevitable of difficult days and perplexed place for anyone who follows the Lord. No one is exempt from him. So he's saying no one is exempt. We all got to go through some of those dark times sometimes. Lunch might be light, mine might be hard. John's might be hard, Lucian's might be right. Will might be right. So we all going to experience some type of tribulation. Some type. I don't know what it's going to be, but like I said, each one may experience a different thing. The Lord, that's the way it works. They're here, yet, contrary to some popular belief, values are not always indicated of wrong. So it don't mean that you've done anything wrong, because the scripture tells us that the Lord reigns on the just as well as the unjust. So, Brother Payne, Brother Gray, Brother Wood, might not have done nothing wrong, but it still says that the Lord will reign on the just as well as the unjust. And so we might experience some troubled times. But don't be done nothing wrong. Everything we might have done has been good. But still, as I say, that sometimes we're tested to see how far we will endure for the Lord. How far can we walk through that fire? Can we walk through it? Testing to see how far we'll go. All right. Now, believers can live right and treat people right and still fall victim to the victim ties of life. Scripture is clear that God reigns, as I said, reigns on the just and the unjust. You go to Matthew 5:45 and read that. And it's very clear, 5:45. That the Lord will reign on the just as well as the unjust. So no one is exempt. I'll put it that way. You know, some things in daily things, then we have people that be exempt from certain things, get a tax exempt. But God said no one is exempt. We might experience it. I don't care how good you've been what you do for everybody. You help the good people, you help the bad people. I just put it that way. You still gonna face trials with us. Even though I walk through the valley, through the darkest valley, I fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and staff, they comfort me. So we see here the psalmist is putting his trust in the Lord that no matter what, the experience that he experienced going through those dark valleys, though Saul was on his track, he still put his trust in the Lord. That the Lord would provide for him. David offered even more assurance of God's protection to his audience. For you are with me, your rod, your staff that comfort me. Here, he identified key tools shepherd used to protect sheep. So we see, no matter when you're a sheep, the shepherd's got to be there all the time, 24/7 watching over his flock. Because he protected from certain things. The staff generally was used to direct the sheep, and rod was used as a weapon to fight off predators. Because you might have that little fox there, he might say, that's a good bill right there. You try to get one. If the shepherd's not on guard, then you won't, that fox will slide in to get him a sheep. Hey, that's a good bill. Got me a leg of lamb to eat. a lamb roast to eat here. But the shepherd, by him being on duty, he can fight him off with that rod. In fact, get on with the fox. But anyway, they remind believers that they are protected by God, who lead them always from danger and fight off every attack aimed at them. So we see how a good shepherd, he always on the watch. He's in front of him. He's on guard. If anything out of the ordinary, he's going to make sure that the lambs stay safe. So God watches over us and makes sure that we stay protected, well, safe. Because the enemy, you have to watch the enemy. God call on God to watch the enemy, because the enemy is no good. He's up out no good, as we see him when Pharaoh, he told Pharaoh to let his people go, and Pharaoh got to the point, well, I'm going to let him go. But then he thought about it when he opened up the sea. No, I ain't going to let them people go. Let's get out. But he didn't know that God had a plan that was going to change everything. So when Pharaoh got after his people, look what God done. When he got down in the sea there, well, they saw the Israelites crossing over. Well, if they can cross over, we can cross too, and we'll get them back. Because that was money for us right there. These people doing all the work for us. Hey, I'm going to lose all that. But Lord knows, God showed Pharaoh, hey, you can't do wrong, you get back. Verse, we go to our last outline. Our shepherd prosperity. Our shepherd, the vision, Psalms 20, Bible says, you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemy. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Verse 6, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord, my Lord, whole life long. In these last two verses, the psalmist moved his emphasis from God as a shepherd to feature God as a host, and one who received everyone along their valley journey. The emphasis should not surprise the believers, since the hospitality is a biblical mandate. For instance, Paul commanded the Romans to share with the Lord's people who are in need and practice hospitality. In other words, we must provide. If our brother's down, if someone, what's going on? Well, put your hands in God's hand, and He will make everything all right. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of life. However, believers must remember that the true enemy lies in wait are not people that are principalities. This is why Paul wanted Ephesians. My course is granted about this. But I talked to two officers and I said, you need it. All you got your ID, that's all you need. Just show your ID, you're good to go. But I thought about it, I said, I didn't get my voting card, I might not be able to vote, but then they said, no, that. But anyway, said these enemies include, I'm going to racism and all that. They are the enemy, the evil forces that believers come to combat every day. God prepare, take gospel believers in the face of those enemies. Indeed, God does God most excellent work with the orders of our enemies. The psalmist continued by declaring, you, God, anointed my head with oil. Here the word anoint carries narrow denotation. Blessed are concrete to furrow our feed, which apply to make fat, grow, prosper, and remove the ashes, which apply to remove all mourning. Hence God anointed prosperity us even while facing this enemy. They concluded this psalm by sharing how he could prosper whether in the care of the present enemy, identify two manifestations of God's presence and power. Goodness and mercy. He is followed and passionate pursued by his manifestation. In fact, the word follow means to be in hot pursuit, which can hear the psalms declaring, I have goodness and mercy follow thee. Remind believers that no matter what, who target, track, or attempt to trap us, we will indeed prosper and won't be destroyed because we have goodness and mercy on our way. In conclusion, remember this, in application review. Remember, this lesson reminds believers that everyone will encounter enemies during inevitable battle experience. No matter how strong that faith, no matter how strong your faith is, you're going to do some of this stuff. Trouble do not reflect wrongdoing, as we before stated in the lesson. You ain't got to have done nothing wrong, but sometimes the enemy gets on track and wants to do harm to us. However, they must also remember that people are not the true enemies. The true enemies are the principalities, like our government is an enemy against us. Think about that. All the taxation they put on us and everything. You can't do this. You gotta pay tax on the property that you have. In some states, you gotta pay tax on the car you get. Tax all the time. And if you don't pay them, in a couple of years, they might take the car or take your property. That's wrong in itself. That we gotta pay taxes to have our own property. You gotta pay taxes on it. And if you don't pay it, you lose it. Our government is wrong. We need to go in there and overhaul the government. I'm a firm believer in go in there and clean house. Therefore, they must commit to a level of spirituality. Our government don't have no spirituality. They just don't put God in their decision making. Once they put God in their decision making, things will change. But until then, it's going to the dollars, as I said. Look how our government is doing. Let a man run in there and tell you what he's going to do. And look at all the stuff he done. He didn't be locked up, keys stowed away. Therefore, they must commit to a level of spirituality whether they can redirect attention and energy away from the people who may antagonize them and place it on their principality. They may influence those actions. Maybe something has been said that may help you along the way. I enjoyed this lesson. I enjoyed the Lord speaking to me, let me realize some of the things that we, in all ways, we have to depend on the Lord at all times, 24/7, no matter what. And because you might not seem to be good all the time, but even though whether we're good or bad, He's still going to trials and test us out someday. Thank you all.
Amen.